All right. The month of May, we're going to get that out of the way in just a minute. There we go. Month of May is here. It's still wet in New England. And welcome to Alabama Primetime Live, the best show for the biggest brand in college football on the best network for all of your college football news and opinions and updates and all that jazz. Brady with not Manny Wilson. This is this is Jackson. So Manny had a procedure done. He's still feeling a little under the weather. So we called on one of the co-hosts of Alabama Crimson Tide Live, Jackson Johnson, to step in, and no stranger to the show, of course. But thank you as always for taking the time. Is
Oh,
it
thank
wet
you.
in Alabama? Is it wet where you are too? Because it hasn't stopped raining.
Honestly, we don't even know what weather we're having in
That's
Alabama.
so that's so real. Um, in New England, like Math, you could get like all 4 seasons in a day, and like nobody would bat an eye, right?
I
Like
know, right?
you could wake up to snow, and then the snow turns to rain, and then it's sunny for most of the day, and we just go, nah, like just
It's
another day.
like Mother Nature playing a trick on us.
She does more often than I'd like, to be perfectly honest.
I know,
But all
right?
right, so let's do this. We've got an injury update regarding Deontay Lawton via Kalen DeBoer and our friends at touchdownalabama.com. Thanks to them for providing this article for us. It looks good, and which is great because this is going to be the quarterback of the defense, I feel like. And somebody who just knows the system and has made plays when he's needed to.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have your defense all set and ready and rock and roll. Because it was like Caleb DeBoer was saying on the interview with Josh Pate. He's like, I am looking forward to seeing what our defense brings for 2025.
Yeah.
And, he says in this interview on AL.com from yesterday that he's doing really great. And, they're hoping to have him back on for the fall, which I got a good feeling he should be back. I mean, and he's a great leader on defense.
I feel like, I mean, again, like we said earlier, it's May 6th, right? The season starts like October 31st, I think, is the first game. So that's just about 4 months to get yourself situated and to get yourself properly healthy.
Yeah.
I am not concerned one bit. I think he's going to be fine. And even at that, maybe he's not ready for week 1. Okay.
No problem.
Like it's fine. Be healthy for SEC play.
Yeah.
That's the part of your schedule, week 5 and on, right?
Georgia.
That's what matters.
I mean, because it's like, we want to have our guys ready for Florida State, Wisconsin. Don't get me wrong, but it's always good to have them all set for the important games like Georgia, Tennessee, LSU, Auburn.
Right. Like if you're now, I don't see this happening, right? But if you were to tell me you're going to lose one game all year and it's going to be to Wisconsin, fine. I lose one game all year. Do I win the SEC championship? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I sign that agreement? Where I don't want to lose to Wisconsin. Nobody wants to lose. But if it means, and if the reason we lose to Wisconsin is injuries, but I've got everyone healthy for my entire SEC slate, and I go 8-0 in SEC play, and I make the championship, I win the championship, I go 9-0, then I win at least 2 games in the college football playoff. Why would anyone say no to that? Again, this is Kalen DeBoer's second year here. And I think after how last year went, people have their opinions. I'm not, I care and I don't right now. I care because because it's Alabama. I don't care because it was last year. I feel like winning a college football playoff game, that's going to be considered a successful season. If you can win the SEC champion, or even if you don't win the SEC championship, get there and win a game. If you get there and you don't win a game, I don't consider this a successful season. If you get there and you win a game, yeah, then I'd consider this a successful season. It shows Kalen can coach in big moments, which granted he's proven he can do, but even more so, he can come to the best league in America, coach in big moments, be successful, and you ultimately prove anyone that may doubt him. I don't know a lot of Kalen DeBoer doubters, but I do know that they are out there. It's this nice place called X, which is right down there. It's beautiful.
And a few of them at my Aunt Kelly's salon.
Yeah, there's X is a wild place.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
like it's a place, and it's a place, and yeah, I get my news off of there, and sometimes the news is mixed in with like the burners. Like, can I separate these two, please?
Yeah, the one thing you want to look at,
I'm trying to do work right now, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I.
But the one thing you want to do is when looking for news, like make sure you're looking at the handle.
Yes,
that's where you're going to go.
The hand, and I would say that blue check mark, but anybody can have a blue check mark now. So it's very, very deceiving. So to those who were very careful and they're curious with it, I was talking to a family member yesterday, and they said Mookie Betts. Now again, for those I don't know, I live in Massachusetts. I'm a Red Sox fan. Whatever. Mookie Betts signed with the Red Sox. I said, yeah, like on this day, maybe 10 years ago. Like I don't know. I'm very confused. What do you mean? Well, the Dodgers got rid of him. What? No, they didn't. Did you have the ESPN app? Yeah. Did you get an alert saying no? Okay. That didn't happen, right? Like, where'd you read it? Facebook. Okay. That's probably not. It's probably not.
That's where you find a lot of horse dung.
Consider the source, right? Like, I don't know. This person they were in a Red Sox, probably a group, and it was a scammer that was a clickbait, right? That's probably what they were, and they wanted you to buy gold or something, right? Some insurance policy. And they baited you by saying Mookie Betts was back to the Red Sox. Red Sox have no interest in getting Mookie Betts, right? Like, that's just it's not going to happen. But I was very, very confused when I saw this family member yesterday, and that was like the first thing out of their mouth after "Hi Brady, how are you?" Like, it was really interesting. But I digress. No, I think if you keep Lawton, the upperclassmen, really all upperclassmen, keep them healthy, and the underclassmen, if you give them a chance to shine. I have been on this whole Derek Meadows train since episode 1. I love this kid. He's 6'5", 210 pounds. And he's got, I mean, you watched A-Day. He's got hands.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I really hope he plays, but plays significantly. He's going to have the opportunity to be an outside threat, maybe like a third and short yardage situation if you're playing a team, let's say Kentucky, and maybe the pass defense isn't the strongest, but the run stopping, it's solid. Not great, but not bad. Maybe you throw to the outside and you go to your 6'5" target or your goal line stance. You're playing Georgia, who's pretty much known for having a good run stopping defense. Maybe you lob it up to Derek Meadows because he's 6'5", because he's going to be able to get on his tiptoes and just reach above and grab whatever he wants. What do you make of, I guess, the blending of these underclassmen such as Meadows Do we see Keelan Russell this year? And also the portal. Like for me, it's Calhoun, who I think is going to make the greatest impact. So how do you think this new class, right? Class being freshmen and the portal, how do you overall, 10,000 foot view think they integrate into?
I think getting guys like Brody Dalton from Troy and having guys like Meadows, as you said, it
Yeah,
takes a load off of Ryan Williams because, like last year in the games we lost, including Michigan in the ReliaQuest Bowl, we got so overly reliant on Ryan Williams.
yeah,
And teams that beat us knew that. That's what they used against us. This year, you're not going to see a lot of teams do that. I think you can see a lot of positivity in Alabama this year, especially
yes.
on the offense, because like whoever our starting quarterback's going to be between Ty Simpson and or Keelan Russell, or maybe our other guy that's could be a third stringer.
Austin Mack. Yeah, I know. I
Yep,
know. I
Austin
know
Mack.
that. uh, If you watch this show, you know where I lean. If you watch Jackson's show, you know where he leans. I would like to see Austin Mack at some point. Probably not going to happen, but I think it would be nice just to see what can he do? Because I think if Londrin actually didn't transfer to Boston College,
Oh,
he was going to be my betting favorite to start this year, and then he transferred, which credit to him, and he'll be the starter at BC, which he is eons better than Thomas Castellanos, who is now at Florida State. I'm like, what? Like, if things couldn't get worse for Florida State, they somehow did when Thomas Castellanos committed there. And obviously
well, they
that
couldn't
affects,
beat him, so they got him.
right. I was going to say, and how does that affect Alabama? That's the week 1 Alabama opponent. He's gonna like I'm actually concerned for Thomas Castellanos to have somebody like Deontay Lawton who will shoot those A gaps. That's a bad Florida State offensive line is somehow going to create. And yeah, like I'm concerned. I'm concerned.
I'm trying not to laugh because like
No,
Florida
please
State,
do.
they're so focused on leaving the ACC. I mean, it's like that's all you see in every one of these YouTube videos is Florida State's going to leave. They're going to leave them. They're going to leave them.
To
Like,
go where?
who
Not
knows?
the SEC.
I hope it's the SEC. Like I want to see Florida State, Miami join the SEC.
What happened to regional conferences? Like
That's like
what happened to those?
I know, right? It's like I think that kind of died when Penn State joined the Big Ten in 1993, and when Miami
Yeah,
joined the
that
Big
was
East
like
in
the beginning of the
1991.
end, I guess. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, you're right. You're
But
right.
yeah,
I mean, I've got more grace for that than I do something like USC being in the Big Ten, or even now UMass is in the MAC.
oh man,
What?
that screws the basketball program, honestly.
Northern Illinois going like the Mountain West. I'm like, why are we touching the MAC? It's perfect as it is. Stop messing with the MAC. Like it's like the perfect child. Like every parent in America wishes they have the perfect child. Goodness knows I was far from it. My brother was far from it. We had Charlie Baker had the perfect child. It was called the Mac. And they ruined it. Like I don't understand. Like
The MAC has been
that news
taken.
came out. I actually like normally
Charlie Baker soiled it, soiled it, soiled it, soiled it.
as like I don't. The only time I'll pay attention to the Mac is like a Tuesday night in November, right? But like this random, I don't even know, like Thursday in January, read that news and I was like, what? Like I was actually thinking about the Mac outside of my normal Mac thinking window, and I was really upset about it. Like I was legitimate, like more upset about. I'm being perfectly honest with you, more upset about that than I was like the dissolvement of like the Pac-12 because
Yeah.
I knew it was going to come back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like I knew at some point, like, okay, these teams they're going to go to the other conferences, they're going to start sucking, so they're going to come back and they're going to like revitalize the Pac-12. Now, obviously, that didn't exactly happen. They depleted the Mountain West, but I think the matter of time before we start seeing like Cal and Stanford back in the Pac-12.
I
Like
want to see if that's gonna happen.
it
Like,
will happen.
I hope
Like
so. Like, I want
I
to see
really think like I don't know. I would say Arizona State, but considering
more like Cal and Stanford.
Cal and Stanford, and yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked to see Washington leave the Big Ten and go rejoin the Pac-12.
I would like to see that, but it's like I feel like the money's too
The
great.
money's too good. Yeah.
It's like they're kind of like, screw the Apple Cup on rivalry
They
week.
were. Well, I mean, they're bringing it. It's coming back. I mean, they're playing.
Oh yeah, they're still
in
doing
this,
the Apple Cup, but
but
they're
it's not
not.
the same. It's not.
It's like Utah BYU when they left the Mountain West. Like they were still playing most of the time, but it wasn't like a rivalry week, except for 2018.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take we're gonna take about 45 seconds. When we come back, there's quite a few recruiting updates that we do want to touch upon. So stay here. We're gonna get on those recruiting updates, and we'll see you in 45 seconds.
You can make a difference here at the Voice of College Football. Use the Amazon link. Financially contribute to the Voice of College Football without spending a penny. Same shopping experience. It's easy. Go to any video on any channel. Go to the description section and grab the link right next to the capital letters that say Amazon. Use that link and Amazon will instantaneously convert to your account, settings, history, everything intact, just like whatever link you use right now. No difference. Pay no attention to the product that you see right there. Just go search what you want. Don't forget the Amazon link. Thank you for your support. Sincerely, the Voice of College Football.
This is where you can shop on Amazon. Use the link to support the Voice of College Football. It doesn't cost you a penny, and you get the same shopping experience. Stay tuned for more.
Thanks to Mark for creating that. All right, so Kalen really, I kind of like the strategy he's taking of build my offense through the portal for the most part and build my defense through recruiting. I feel like that's just as recent history is like telling us. I think that's kind of the vibe he's taking. I'm all in on Jaquez Wilkes. He's a 26, 6'4", 235. Kid's freakishly fast. He's from Wadley High School, Wadley, Alabama, hometown kid. They just won the 1A state championship in 24. I feel like this is Bama's kid to lose.
Ooh, that's a good one, right?
What are you hearing?
Ooh, let's hear it. So he's been a dominant two-way player, and I've got this little link from 247 Sports. He's from Wadley, as you said. Warm as Alabama. He's going to visit on June 6th, and he's visiting Texas A&M on June 13th, Miami on June 20th. We don't want him going to Miami or Texas A&M. And we don't want him learning bad habits from Hugh Freeze in the back room at Auburn. But had to get my little dig in.
Well, the number also is that number 13 right there.
Mm-hmm.
How crowded of a room do you want to enter?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You don't want to enter a crowded room.
Yeah.
And I think if he can put on 10 pounds at least, he will be a problem. I mean, he's already a problem now, but obviously the SEC is much different than the Alabama, whatever the interscholastic league is called in Alabama. I don't know. But again, I feel like this is Bama's kid to lose. The 26 class is going to be unbelievably strong. I mean, they've got Xavier Kroll, or it looks like they're going to have Kroll. I thought he already committed. I guess not. Wilkes will visit. You said on June 6th, so yeah, a month from today.
Yeah, we can't let that guy go. I mean, look at him. He's like, he'll chew you up like a chicken nugget if you go against him.
I really think that this is going to be Bama's to lose. I mean, I do say that about just about everyone in the state of Alabama, but I feel like this is Bama's to lose.
He's doing a pretty good job as a two-way player. There we go. Here's some more defense. Boom. It's like, this is my house now.
Yeah. No, it's the explosiveness that every good edge rusher, or really anybody that plays in a front seven, if you're explosive, if you can get out of the blocks fast, you will have interest at that level.
Oh, yeah.
This was the state championship game, I think.
Yup.
Like, that's, come on. I was at that Alabama High School Athletic Association. That's what it is. Yep. They got Braden Rouse too is another one. He's a little smaller, 6'3", 210. Georgia kid, Woodstock, Georgia. He is very high on the recruiting board, 6'3", 210. So I'm curious. I mean, he's
who's the young man we're talking about?
Braden Rouse.
Oh wow.
He's going in as an athlete. I think he plays linebacker now. He's 6'3", 210. I don't think linebacker is maybe in his collegiate future. Junior year numbers: 105 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 5 pass breakups. That's defensively. He was a linebacker primarily. Offensively, 25 catches for 378 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Here we go.
I feel like maybe he's more of a safety.
Yeah.
For that build. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
it says he's going to be visiting Michigan on June 6th. He's going to visit Texas on June 13th and Tennessee on June 20th. But he's going to visit Alabama on May 30th. And once we get done with these stupid little ads they're showing, we can see little highlights of this young man.
This video is not sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
No, it's not. Like, oh, this is my house now, young man. Yeah. This is my house. That's what he's telling them. There we go. He's watching like a hawk. Oh man, he knocked down the old lineman.
He's strong, right? But he's just not. He's gonna, if he wants to play linebacker, and again, he's being recruited as an athlete, so that means he's obviously open to position changes or whatever it might be. If you're, first of all, those are the people I want. I want the people that are going to be versatile and they're willing and they're open to change and whatnot. But I think just the natural ability alone is SEC worthy, I think.
Oh man, he's got a touchdown.
I mean, that's a great. Come on.
Ooh.
Again, I think that's also going to be. I think you said it was Michigan and A&M.
Michigan, Texas, A&M, Michigan, Texas, and Tennessee. My mistake.
Oh, all right. Then maybe I would maybe worry about. I mean, geographically, I'd worry about Texas and Tennessee. Also,
I wouldn't worry too much about Michigan because I kind of feel like they're gonna worry more about what's happening with Sharon Moore.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, from his from his POV, do you want to be associated with what is going on there right now?
Oh,
No
I
matter
would.
which
I would
side,
not go there. I wouldn't if I
right?
was him.
No matter which side of the issue you take, do you want to
No,
be associated with that?
no. I wouldn't care if it's somebody I like or don't like. I am not getting in the middle of that. It's
Right.
like, I'm a young man from Georgia. I'm not going there. At least that's what I'd say if I was him.
No, that's I agree. So
But
we've got
ooh,
those two, and then this one I'm actually really excited about, but I don't know how the chances of Bama landing him are. I mean, I think they're pretty high, but
ooh, let's hear who the young man is.
Preston Carey.
Ooh, Preston Carey.
So 6'5", 300 pounds, IMG Academy, Max Preps All-American, next gen, great football player, future 5-star, number 1 defensive tackle in the state of Florida. He's just a beast.
He's from
mean-
Bradenton, Florida.
He lives. So he's going to school in Bradenton, originally from Long Island, but living in Bradenton now, obviously, as he goes to IMG. But he loved the quote that came out, the high standard at Alabama. So this seems like a kid that he's got 7 official visits. Bama's one of them. Wants to commit in June, which is smart. For the sake of your season starting up in August, take the summer to make your collegiate decision, then just be a normal kid and enjoy your senior year of high school.
Well, and it says he's going to visit Auburn on June 3rd, Florida on June 6th. He's going to visit Rutgers on June 14th.
Interesting. New York, actually. That's actually not that surprising.
And there's USC on June 20th.
So which one do you worry about the most? Because I worry about Rutgers the most, as crazy as that sounds.
Well, if it's that bad at Rutgers, I'm like, oh, well, go get him.
No, it's not bad at Rutgers, but you have to think, like, does the kid want to be close to home?
I'd worry more about Florida in that case. Because he's from Florida and he likely wants to be there. On the bright side, so he's got good.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like with the personal situations, like if the family has relocated to Florida, then I would worry about Florida. But if the family is still based out on Long Island, I would worry about Rutgers the most. But if you like a high standard of football, and this kid seems like an incredible workhorse. Kalen doesn't lose a lot of recruiting battles. So I think that's going to be the one thing is that, I mean, this kid's ceiling is very high, and obviously the ceiling in Alabama is known to be high. So that, I think, that's what's going to keep the Tide in it, I think.
Oh, yeah. Just get the family convinced that Alabama's the greatest place on earth, and boom, you got it.
Yeah. Another.
I just hope his family is not like Nico's family. That's what I'm worrying about in that case.
That situation still.
Ugh.
Thank God that happened up there and not, he just, I don't get it. The other one before we head out, Nick Abrams, so another linebacker, 6'2", 220, from Reisterstown, Maryland.
Nice.
He is down to 4 schools as of April 29th. Bama is in the 4.
Ooh, he's going to be announcing on July 16th.
So, yeah, he's not till July, but originally from Owings Mills, Maryland. I was actually in Owings Mills back in February. But he goes to because it says Reisterstown. So I don't know if he goes to school in Reisterstown or
McDonough
is
High
originally from
School.
Owings Mills. I don't know where McDonough High School is.
Owings
No,
Mills,
that's in Owings
Maryland.
Mills. McDonough's in Owings Mills.
Yeah.
So I think he lives in Reisterstown and goes to school in Owings Mills. So it's Georgia, Michigan, Alabama, and Oregon. He has official visits lined up for all 4. He's committing in July. But I feel like, I don't know. The most depleted linebacker room, according to 24/7, is Georgia, but I guess Michigan is going the hardest after him. So, especially with the losses that Alabama will be facing at the linebacker position going into 26, I feel like this is a kid, along with the other 2 linebackers, that you have to have. Could be just me, but
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have him, honestly. Like, you gotta have this young man. And, it says he's gonna visit Michigan on June 6th. Honestly, a whole lot of things can happen between now and June 6th. That's the way I'm looking at it. I don't know, because, again, I don't know what's happening with Michigan. I don't think a lot of us do. Like, are they gonna be firing Sharon? Like, we know he's going to get suspended, and I suspect he's going to get a 4-game suspension.
no, he's getting 2.
Oh, I know.
So,
I know he's getting the 2-game suspension where he can't coach against Central Michigan, Nebraska. But
which is so. I'm sorry to interrupt. Why those 2 games?
I know, right?
Why literally? Why does it have to be? Why can't it be the first 2? Because it's New Mexico and OU.
Yep. Oklahoma's his alma mater. He wants to coach against Oklahoma.
Why do they care? Like, I don't understand. That just. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but that just didn't
Oh,
make
that's
any sense.
okay. But I suspect the NCAA is going to be like, no, you don't get to cherry pick your suspension. We're telling you this is how it's going to
Yeah, because if you, I mean, I'll get the Michigan schedule right now. If I could cherry pick, if you tell me, hey, you're suspended 2 games, and I get to pick my suspend, I'll tell you right now what I would pick. Excuse me, please hold. I would. So they've got New Mexico week 1.
Nebraska week 4, Lincoln, and it's probably
Yeah,
going
like
to
I would honestly, I would probably do week 3, which is home Central Michigan, and probably week 11, I think that is, at Northwestern. Those are probably the 2 I'm missing, because I'm not gonna not coach against New Mexico, come back and coach against Oklahoma, and then that's just weird.
Yeah.
But no, it should be it should. I don't understand why it wasn't the first 2. I don't care about an alma mater or not.
But yeah, back to Abrams bringing that magic, and I don't know what's going to happen, but if he does commit to Alabama on July 16th, expect us to bring you our instant reaction all right here on Alabama The Voice of College Football.
I have full trust that maybe if Kalen isn't able to land every single recruit on that big board, he's going to land most of them, and they're going to make an impact, especially defensively, because I like the Carey kid a lot, because he's just big, right? Like you can't teach that. You can encourage a kid to get bigger, but ultimately they have to put in the work themselves, and you can't really teach that. He's 6'5". Like, you can't teach size in general, I guess. So I don't know. That's the way I see it.
Ooh, look at him. Oh yeah. He scared that QB.
Yeah. So
But,
I mean, if you're already if you're inciting fear, then he's quick too.
Oh, he knocked him down.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't teach the quickness either. But I have full trust that a kid like him could come down here and be successful. But and it's not like and what's keeping me, I guess, positive about him. He's not like geographically located anywhere close to any of his other schools in his top four.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not like Maryland is in there
No.
or Rutgers
No, because he knows Maryland's a stinking trash heap.
or Virginia Tech or Boston College.
Yeah, I think Virginia Tech's living the good old days in the 2000s. Although Thursday night football at home brings back the good old days. For
I'm actually going to. So my dad turned 50 in November. And
happy early birthday to your dad, good buddy.
Thank you. So he turned 50 this past November, and we were watching a Virginia Tech Thursday night game, and he's a big Metallica fan, and he sees the Enter Sandman. For what I thought was like the 100th time, no, it was the first. And he looks at me, he goes, Metallica. I said, yeah. My head, like, you've seen this before. Why are you pointing it out now? And he goes, they do that every game? I said, yep. Yep. Yes, they do. Not just like the weeknight. Nope. Every game, 12 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Every game. Wow, I had no idea. Really? My dad watches more college football than I do. And I watch a good amount of college football. That's so cool. I'd love to see that. So for his birthday, I said, whenever they play during the week, we'll go down. So the schedule came out. It's a Friday night this year instead of a Thursday night. But they're playing Cal. So I just booked the flight last week down to
nice.
Flying into Richmond. I tried flying into Roanoke, but it is so expensive.
I think we'll probably see Virginia Tech play a Thursday night game at some point. I'm not entirely sure.
They do one weeknight a year. But for this year, because I looked at the schedule, so I use fbschedules.com. I love that site. They don't pay me to tell you this. Love that site. They have a lot of projections for the future years. The TV schedule, which I rely heavily on, it's really, really great. And they said this will be played Thursday or Friday, and they played it on Friday. It's like, all right, so we'll fly down. We're flying down Thursday morning. So Thursday, Friday, and then coming home Saturday afternoon into Richmond. I wanted Roanoke, but it's like $300 more to fly into Roanoke. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So I'd rather fly to Richmond. And my dad was like, I'll drive the 3 hours. I'm like, really? Like, he's like, yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Oh man, like a guy like Abrams, like Virginia Tech would really go back to the good old days with him.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can think of a lot of people that Virginia Tech would benefit from. But one thing that they do have going is that atmosphere. And it's one of the best in the country. Underrated, just because it's not the name, right? Bama will always be a great atmosphere. Me, as much as I don't like it, Michigan will always just have a great atmosphere. So I've been trying to map out a future schedule. So I think this should be Virginia Tech. Next year is going to be Syracuse. I've got family that are massive Syracuse fans, but so it's my aunt, my uncle, massive Syracuse fans, and my uncle and one of his best friends. So my uncle's name's Chris, and he's got a friend. His name's Paul. Everyone calls him Yubi. I don't really know why, but everyone just calls him Yubi. They've had season tickets for 25 years, right? And every game, and I'd say every game as in every home game and every away game within a reasonable driving distance, or literally every away game if they need to fly, they will, depending on work.
Oh, sounds like they should have a position waiting for him on a potential Syracuse at the Voice College football show. That'd be cool.
Well, they dress up. They have these shirts. It's a suit and tie, but it's like oranges on it. They have these glasses, these chains. They will paint their beards orange. It is. There's a video of it that I have because we did Syracuse at Boston College this year. They came down, spent the weekend with them. It was great. And I got to see it like in action for the first time. And it was hysterical to me. It's here somewhere. I will find it. But I said 2026, we have to go up to Syracuse. I don't really care who they play or anything like that. We do have to go up there. All right, here we go. So this was us in the parking lot. That's my aunt painting my uncle's beard orange. So that's who I was. I'm wearing Boston. I had a Boston College shirt that I put on. That's who I was. That's what I was sitting next to for 3.5 hours. We had so much fun.
Sounds like I need to go to the Carrier Dome.
Yeah. So this was us right here. So when I tell you they deck out, it's wild. It's such a fun time. But yeah, so I was like, 2026, we got to go to Syracuse. Then 2027, I think I'll bite the bullet and I'll go down to Tuscaloosa. I think that might be the year. I don't know. That's the year right in my head that makes the most sense. Because I won't do, we won't do 2 a year. Just no time.
Yeah. But I will say, though.
Are you getting any this year? You going to make the right
I hope so. That'd be cool. I'm planning to make a trip to at least one of the home games. I'd love to make a trip to an away game. But we got a recruiting update, and we found it from On3 Recruits. Where
we'll end with this. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sincere Johnson is putting Alabama in his top 3.
Oh. See, I love the linebacker. I love the heavy linebacker recruiting. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see. Where else? What are the other 2?
Well, he's got Ohio State and Penn State.
Okay.
And, he tells us, Steve Wiltfong, that these 3 schools were his dream schools growing up. And we're going to get away from that ad for a little bit. We don't own any rights to that stuff. We swear.
Well, see, here's the thing with that now. You look at a school like Ohio State and you say, oh, that's got to be the favorite because he lives in Ohio. But sometimes it's the outlier, like Alabama. That's where they actually end up going. Or sometimes they say, oh, I'm going to put it here because it's the biggest name, but really I want to go to Ohio State. Penn State, I don't know. There's nothing near State College.
Well, I mean, they brag about being unrivaled, but that's really nothing to brag about.
Unrivaled because nobody wants to go there because it's in the middle of nowhere. Like, seriously, try getting to State College, Pennsylvania. I've never done it. I know people that have done it. It's the most miserable experience. Like, the whiteout, that's a dream game for me to go to. Maybe that'll be my 2028 game. Will be the whiteout, maybe.
Oh, there you go.
Getting there, I've heard is a nightmare. A nightmare.
Oh, man. Oh, we have to get this guy. We have to get him.
He's more explosive than Abrams.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Penn State doesn't. They don't have their rival Pittsburgh. They always say they're unrivaled. They say that we don't have any rivals, but really and truly, they're just the jilted ats. They're just mad that they didn't have their way in the past. So that's what they're really mad about.
I mean, but again, Penn State does scare me a little bit too because it's LBU.
Yeah, but they'll still lose to Ohio State.
Oh yeah.
So, but again, That doesn't actually determine whether you miss the playoffs or not.
That's true. Where does it say? Does it say when he will commit?
Not exactly.
No.
He doesn't have an announcement yet. Huh.
Well, that's going to be someone else to.
Well, he is going to visit
Well,
Penn
so-
State on May 16th, which is next week. He's going to visit Ohio State on June 13th, but then he's going to visit Alabama on May 30th. Oh, there's a fourth and one stop. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Boom. Sorry, this is my house now, number 6. But yeah, he's the number 40 prospect in the country, and Ohio State's been on him since he was in 8th grade.
Wow. So then
They're
that may do it. Not for nothing.
Well, I wouldn't say that, because there's plenty of time between now and June. But
That's true. That's true. All right.
But we are one of the front runners, and he did say Bama's a great program, rich history behind great
Everybody,
things.
well, everybody will say it's rich history.
Yeah. But he
So-
did gain a great relationship with Coach Kane Womack and Chuck Morrell and
Well,
Kalen.
let's see that. There you go. If he's got a relationship with Kane, then I feel better about it.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
We are again.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I mean, he's familiar with Jim Knowles and James Franklin. And he's happy with what they're offering at Penn State, but he's also happy with the Buckeyes. See,
You should be happy with anything, considering you're going to get paid to play college football.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be happy. I know he's gonna be happy chewing up offenses either way. I mean,
All right, we are running out of time. If you like what you saw or heard, thank you. Like, share, subscribe on maybe Voice of College Football Alabama, YouTube, or our Voice of College Football X page, or if you're listening to us, Apple Podcast, Spotify, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Jackson Johnson is on. Yes, thank you. I was looking for it. Jackson is on Crimson Tide Live every Monday at 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central. Also does his call-in show Thursdays, right? Or am I
with Jeffrey and Only Talk Sports, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central Time, where Jeffrey and I take your calls on the Alabama Crimson Tide every Thursday night, all right here on Alabama at the Voice of College Football. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss it. And don't forget to tune into the Alabama Primetime Live show from Brady Quoto and Manny Wilson. Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, all right here on Alabama with the Voice of College Football. And we've got magic coming your way.
I may just call in on Thursday. I may call in on Thursday. Like, for literally, I mean, just to say I called in. I think I'm going to do that.
Sounds good. Sounds good, good buddy. And of course, we got the YouTube membership tiers for $2.99 a month. You can become a Crimson Faithful member, where you can get a loyalty badge next to your name in the comments and the live chat, and you get a member shout out for any time you comment in the comment section or in the live chat, and you get a custom emoji to use in the chat. And for $4.99 a month, you get a priority reply to comments and an access to a monthly hangout from yours truly, Jackson Johnson, your co-host from Crimson Tide Live, Jeffrey Only Talk Sports, Coach Burtz, and Alabama Primetime's very own Brady Quoto and Manny Wilson. Get to hang out with all of us, and it's a big party. And for $9.99 a month, you can become a Bear Bryant legend. You can connect on social media with each of us. And you can give out content requests of any kind. And neither rain, nor sleet, nor snow, nor bad weather of any kind will put a stop to us, or at least myself, from fulfilling your request on Alabama with the Voice of College Football.
So that'll do it.
There we go.
Get the Bear Bryant one. I like interacting with y'all.
There we go.
Get the Bear Bryant one. Kudo and Johnson out.